If adulting has taught us anything, it's that there is no shortage of unexpected expenses, unplanned events, and no real security in the job market, business market, or stock market. Being a millennial is hard, and while I can go on and on about it, it won't change the fact that we all need to prioritize saving more money. Not investing, but money in a savings account in the event of an emergency. Unfortunately, with the cost of living on the rise, stagflation refusing to budge, and wages failing to keep up, it's easy to wonder how you can save anything extra. And I want to help. I'm sharing 5 simple ways to put more money into savings. And while you may not be able to put large amounts of money into savings on a regular basis, small amounts can be just as effective when they're consistent. So, the first way to put more money into savings is to automate your savings. Now, I am all about getting the biggest result for the least amount of effort. And if it's not that I'm lazy, it's that I know I only have so much effort to give on a daily basis to all areas of my life. So, if there are opportunities for me to save more, make more, or just make my life easier with minimal effort, I am game. And you know what? Automation makes that possible. If you want to put more money into savings without any additional effort, make it a priority to automate your savings. So you can set up automatic savings transfers to a savings account every payday. Review your budget before setting up the transfer so you're saving the appropriate amount. But the goal is to automatically save what you can afford to keep in savings. This will also help you think of your savings transfer as a recurring bill. Your bills get paid, right? Your savings should follow that same rule. This is going to help you stay consistent with your savings efforts. And you can also use automation to save money with additional features offered by like a bank or an app. So things like round up savings. So every time you spend, it rounds up your change to the nearest dollar and saves that difference. Or every time you swipe your debit card, a dollar goes into savings. A lot of financial institutions have added technology like that to really help their customers save. So take advantage. All right, the next way to put more money into savings is to just cut one small expense and redirect it to savings. One of the best ways to save more is to spend less. And I understand it's not always that simple, especially when things are tight. However, having just one less takeout meal a month or one less streaming service to pay for can instantly translate into money being saved. That money specifically. You were already spending it. So why not transition it straight to savings? Remember how I said that you should treat your savings as a bill? Well, you're just swapping out one bill for another. When you do take the time to cut a small expense or a few if you're up for the challenge, make sure you instantly redirect that amount to savings. Otherwise, it'll stay in your checking account and likely get spent somewhere else. Trust me, it will disappear into other spending if you don't take action immediately. Now, if you are not quite convinced that cutting out one small expense can make a big difference in your savings, well, let me give you an example. Let's assume you buy coffee every day of the work week for $5. If you reduced it down to 4 days a week, so just one day, you'll be saving $20 a month with that. Take it further and cut it in half, and you'll save $50 a month. That monthly savings will add up over time. So, if there is any notion in your mind that small amounts don't add up, get rid of that notion because it's true. Okay, next, use cash windfalls wisely. So, do you have a bonus or a commission check or a tax refund coming your way? Were you given an unexpected bump at work? Seeing that financial traction finally on your side hustle potentially, one of the simplest ways to put more money into savings is by banking any extra money that comes your way, especially if it's windfalls. So I know I said spending less can result in saving more. Making more can also result in saving more. So, ideally, your budget should be created with your normal, consistent income. And that means that everything is already covered and accounted for with that money. So, anything that's extra truly is extra. And instead of spending that extra, save it or at least save most of it, right? You don't need to save all of it if some stuff has come up, but save some of it. If you need the extra to get by, implement a percentage structure to leverage future windfalls. I do this with my clients all the time. Maybe 50% of any extra money that comes in automatically gets saves, and the rest goes to your checking account to help with bills. A system like this, having that kind of percentage structure, will help you build your savings account without impacting your regular income. And it'll also let you enjoy life a little bit. So, another example could be if you get a bonus, 33% goes to fund spending. 33% goes to savings, and 33% goes to investments. So create a tier that works best for you, but that's a very effective strategy. Next up, set micro savings goals. So instead of setting these overwhelming savings goals that could potentially take a long time to reach, break those overwhelming goals into smaller, achievable milestones. So, for example, save $10 a week instead of saving $500 all at once. Finding $10 a week is much easier to figure out than trying to find $500 to save in one go. I personally use this strategy for goals outside of financials. Like I break down my major goals into small, more manageable milestones to make my life easier. It doesn't feel as daunting when you do it this way. I think in addition to breaking down financial goals into smaller, more achievable milestones, you can gamify your savings efforts. Like make it a competition with yourself to save $1 a day or $10 a week. See if each time you add money to savings, you can add more than the last time you put money into savings. I think, making it fun or making it a competition can help you stay consistent, and it'll help you really build that saving habit without feeling deprived. Another good idea is community challenges or no spend days or savings challenges or envelope goals. Like there's so many options out there. Okay, final simple way to put more money into savings: sell unused, unwanted things for extra cash. I mean, when all else fails to put more money into savings, look around your house, pinpoint things you no longer use or need, and sell them. Declutter your space to grow your bank account. Items like clothes, purses, electronics, furniture, old cell phones are usually easy to sell. Now, I wouldn't count on making tons and tons of money here, but anything extra made can be saved. So use platforms like Poshmark, eBay, or Facebook Marketplace to list your items for sale. And whatever ends up getting sold, 100% of that should go straight to savings. So if you take anything away from this video, let it be this: even with a tight budget, saving money is possible. And more importantly, saving small amounts consistently over time can lead to major financial impacts. It's those small, consistent actions that really lead to that long term security.